Hey, Jackie. Hi. How are you? I'm good. Well, I mean, basically, we've all fallen into this bad habit of never taking a real lunch or a real lunch break. And a study came out recently that said over a third of us are eating lunch at our desks, and another third were not even taking a lunch break at all, not even eating lunch. So you want to make sure that this bad habit doesn't, sort of go on for the rest of your life. And there's so many benefits of taking a real lunch and a real lunch break that I'm really encouraging people to do that this year. I mean, it's easy to do. It's easy to sort of provide some structure in your day, recharge, refuel, and then be more productive in the afternoon. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of the sandwich, but what I've done is really upgraded the quality of the ingredients of a sandwich. And by doing that, you're just getting more real food. I really like fresh, natural ingredients. So I've taken a sandwich, for example, I have this sandwich over here, and I go find the best bread I can find, like an artisanal 7 grain, 9 grain bread. And then I make sure to have some protein. I have some turkey in here. And then this one has sliced apple in it, and it just gives it that little bit of a tangy taste. And then I'm a big fan of Sargento natural sliced cheeses because they're real. It's real cheese. I know it comes from a real block of cheese. So I know what I'm putting in my body. They also have over 30 varieties of cheese. So for example, it's cheddar, it's provolone, it's jack cheese, and so there's variety there. So I take that and then I add really interesting condiments like mustard or hot pepper jelly I've been using that my neighbor actually makes for me. So I know what I'm making for lunch as opposed to just going out and who knows what you get when you buy fast food or you're buying a lunch someplace else. So in this way, it's something that I can make, I can bring to work, to the office, and then I know what I'm putting in my body. So you just function better when you're eating real food. I mean, I really think that it's so important to step away from your desk, to change your work environment and to get out of where you're sitting all day. So I really recommend going out into nature and being a part of the bigger picture, if you will. It's like there's green and trees and grass, and all of a sudden you're just feeling better. You're having fresh air, and you're feeling a little bit more part of the world and not just isolated in your work world. So I think that that's number one. Go outside, and of course it's perfect time of year to do that. I would also say that have a real conversation with a friend. Like, don't just email somebody. Pick up the phone, talk to somebody you haven't talked to in a while, or offer to meet somebody for lunch so that you're bringing your sandwich outside and you're sitting there with a friend, and all of a sudden you're having a real conversation. That engagement really inspires you and improves the quality of your life. I mean, I really feel like if you can, just take whatever time you can get. I mean, obviously, the lunch hour is ideal where you have an hour. You could do something, you could go see some art, you could go exercise, do some yoga. Yoga is fantastic for your mind and your body. But even if you only have 30 minutes or 15 minutes, just it's important you can do all these things. Eat real food, bring your own sandwich, go outside, take a walk. You can do all that in 15 minutes. I mean, I think you can make the whole thing a family affair, like have all the ingredients for these sandwiches and make it almost like an art project where your kids and you together, each person is building their own creation. You have your varieties of cheese, you have the different kinds of bread, you have maybe their heirloom tomatoes, and people get to choose what they want. Maybe it's pickles, maybe it's, mustards. You get to choose what you want, and if your kids are doing that too, they're going to feel that sort of pride of ownership that they created their own sandwich, and it just gives them that sort of feeling that they're going to want to eat it. I mean, yeah, I think that basically what I like to do is fill my refrigerator with all different kinds of ingredients. And, there are lots of different ideas for this. If you actually go to sargento.com, there are different recipes, different ideas for lunches, different ideas for sandwiches and other things. And really have a variety. And variety is the spice of life, but have a variety in your own refrigerator so that you can pick and choose what it is you're in the mood for that day. I mean, let's face it, food is sometimes about your mood, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to have sort of one kind of lunch one day and another kind of lunch another day. It's depending on what you have, but put all the ingredients in your refrigerator beforehand. I mean, you know what? It's so funny because I used to work in an office for many, many years in New York City, but I would always do this. There was a little urban park on 50th Street, and I would take my homemade sandwich or my homemade lunch, and I would go outside. I would try to convince somebody in my office, or my brother worked on my block actually, and I would meet in that little park area. And I love doing it. But now I work from home. I'm juggling a lot of different kinds of work and kinds of jobs. But I always leave my home office and remove myself, and I go sit downstairs, and at least I can look outside and I can see green grass and I can see trees, and it just makes me happier while I'm eating lunch. Yeah, you have to change rooms. I mean, I really have to leave my little office, my home office, and go to a different room if I can't get outside. I know. I know. I know. Sit in front of a window. Thank you. Bye bye.